So once you buy or sell at auction, now you go into the closing period. So typically with an auction, we offer a 30-day closing, sometimes a 45-day closing. And in that period, now we're gonna be doing all the coordination with the buyer, the seller, the title company, if there's any lenders involved, or if there's an appraisal that's needed. So those are all the kind of the things that are needing to happen between the auction day and the closing day. So we do have a full closing department. Shelley Frost has been with us almost 20 years. Jeremy Oxford has been with us almost 15 years. They are both licensed real estate agents as well. So they will help both buyers and sellers with basically any of those needs they're gonna have between auction and closing day. They're gonna do all the coordinating. One thing that they do ahead of time is we order all of our preliminary title work. So all of our title work, auction day, we have the preliminary title binder, so we know and have already addressed if there's been any issues or anything that need to be taken care of up front. So usually from an auction perspective, we're ready to close as soon as the buyer is. So a lot of times if a buyer is truly paying cash and not obtaining any sort of financing, we'll close it in a week or 10 days or relatively quickly, and we can do that. From a buyer's perspective, what I would do is if you are planning on getting any sort of financing or a line of credit or some sort of financial assistance on it, is go ahead before the auction and try to line that up and try to plan for what you're gonna do to get your funds in order for closing. Once you're under contract, if you are getting a lender, we typically will ask you at the time that we're doing contracts, are you using a lender and who that is, because we will send them your contract right away. We will get them in the loop. We'll start that kind of chain of communication with them so that we can ensure that the closing process is going to be smooth and timely and get you in the property as soon as possible. And so that's kind of the fun part where you're doing all the details, but it ends up at the closing table with either a seller getting cash or a buyer getting keys.